Hello guys, welcome back. This is RandoGEEK. Alright, so I have an interesting article that I'm going to share with you guys. The link will be down below in the description. It's from Fierce Wireless. And I wanted to share this article with you because, you know, I love these types of topics and I like seeing these companies get it when they deserve it pretty much. So I did a video 2 days ago about DirecTV getting fined for the same exact thing. Alright, DirecTV, we all know them. They're accused of being unprofessional, I want to say, by contacting consumers that have their products on a do not call, do not disturb list. Without their consent, they had their call centers contacting their consumers to try to sell them products. Now, I told you about why I dislike why they do this. Okay, one, it's annoying. But secondly, more importantly, there's a lot of individuals that might take the bait. They're not smart enough to realize that they're being sold a scam. They fall for it, and these companies win. I've also mentioned why I think these companies, you know, they put themselves in these positions and set themselves up for a downfall. They get fined for doing dirty work, and then they want to get on the news and complain and have everyone pity them. Oh, you know, we're not making any money, this, that. You know, there's a lot of dirty practices that go on with these companies behind the scenes. So I suggested that we all take that into consideration when we hear about our favorite companies struggling. There's a lot of misbehavior and a lot of things that they do in the back end that create their own havoc within the company and set them up for failure. So this here is something that we all are tired of pretty much. So the FCC has fined auto warranty robocallers nearly $300 million. So this is a massive amount of money, all right? So let's read the article. It's short. I'm going to read the whole thing for you guys. Again, link will be down below if you guys want to read it on your own or whatnot. But here we go. So the Federal Communications Commission, FCC, issued a fine of $299,997,000 for warranty scam robocalls made by the largest illegal robocall operation that the agency has ever investigated. The nearly $300 million fine is the largest fine in FCC history. The multinational robocall enterprise did business as Sumco Panama, Virtual Telecom, Davis Telecom, Geist Telecom, Fugu Telecom, Tech Direct, Mobi Telecom, and Posting Express. The FCC says that since at least 2018, this robocall enterprise operated a complex scheme designed to facilitate the sale of vehicle service contracts under the false claim of selling auto warranties. Two of the central players of the operation, Roy M. Cox and Aaron Michael Jones, were already under lifetime bans against making telemarketing calls following the lawsuits by the Federal Trade Commission and the state of Texas. So the nearly $300 million fine was levied after the FCC found the enterprise executed a scheme to make more than 5 billion robocalls to more than 500 million phone numbers during a 3-month span in 2021. So the enterprise violated multiple federal laws, which are including violating spoofing laws by using more than 1 million different caller ID numbers in an attempt to disguise the true origin of robocalls, making pre-recorded voice calls to mobile phones without prior express consent, placing telemarketing calls without written consent, dialing numbers included on the National Do Not Call Registry, which is what DirecTV did, failing to identify the caller at the start of the message, and failing to provide a callback number that allowed consumers to opt out of future calls. So in 2022, the FCC directed all U.S.-based voice service providers to cease carrying traffic associated with the enterprise. As a result, these illegal auto warranty robocalls dropped by 99%. That enforcement action was taken in coordination with the Ohio Attorney General's office, which brought a lawsuit under the Telephone Consumer Protection Act against several entities and individuals associated with the enterprise. So the commission also proposed a fine and offered the parties a chance to respond, which they did not, resulting in the unprecedented fine. The FCC said in a statement, should the parties not pay the fine promptly, the matter will be referred to the U.S. Department of Justice for collection. So the FCC's robocall response team also announced new robocall investigation partnerships with the Attorneys General of Hawaii and New Mexico. 46 states and the District of Columbia and Guam have now signed memoranda of understanding to join with the FCC's Enforcement Bureau to work together to combat illegal robocalls. There was a statement made by the FCC Enforcement Bureau Chief Loyan Igal, and they said, "I want to thank the Enforcement Bureau's Telecommunications Consumers Division for its groundbreaking work on this case, and we will continue to work with our federal and state partners to hold these entities and others engaged in similar conduct accountable." So I had to share this because this is great. We all get these calls. And, it goes back to what I said with DirecTV. All right, no, this is not a wireless carrier. It's not a cable company. But these companies are scam artists sometimes. They try to take advantage of people that are vulnerable, that are not educated enough, that simply are not in the right mind. And I'm glad to see that the FCC is finally stepping in and the law is being upheld and these people are getting what they deserve. You know, if you're on a national do not call, do not disturb list, what does that tell you? So 300 million, that should be enough to let all these companies know, stop playing around, otherwise you're going to get it. And do you know what this would do to a company like, Dish Network or DirecTV? This is going to hurt. So DirecTV just got a fat fine. It was only 16 million. But imagine if it was 300 million. They'd be shutting their door. It would hurt bad, So that's what I'm trying to say. We love the tech. We love these companies, but don't feel bad for companies that break the law. They deserve it. And it looks like they're going to pay every time they do this now. So great news. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.